Do you guys want to play a game? I like games. Do you like games? I like games. Games are fun. Yeah, games are fun. Games are very fun. I don't want to sound like Jigsaw, but I want to play a game. No?
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
See, I could, but I choose not to. That's not fun. I want to play a game. It's called How is TNA from 2006 to 2013 similar to AEW now? Probably the lone wrestling discussion we will have today. But there is a good fucking chunk of people that will say AEW is the best wrestling promotion in the world. I'm like, okay, good for you. We don't kink shame here. There are some people that say, oh, WWE is the best wrestling promotion in the world. It's like, okay, we don't kink shame here. That's fine. And there are some sick, twisted motherfuckers that will say Major League Wrestling is the best wrestling promotion in the world. And those people we will kink shame. We will kink shame those people. They're a very strange individual bunch. It's not even the right word. I don't care. Chaos is in order. But I could go on a rant on TNA from 2006 to 2013, 14 probably, or whenever Hulk Hogan left TNA. But 2006, Jim Cornette was... TNA was an up-and-coming promotion, and it was a very unique promotion. It wasn't WWE Light that it later became to be under Dixie Carter and Hulk Hogan. But it was essentially what AEW is trying to be, an alternative to WWE. It was different. TNA was different. And they had this six-sided ring, very unique. Probably sucked to work with as a pro wrestler. You also had the X division, which was fantastic, which is essentially like the old cruiserweight division back in the days of WCW and 205 Live with WWE. And it was you had guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy in particular, because Matt was still with WWF at the time. Well, the first time. It's Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, who are the Motor City Machine Guns, who are now with WWE as the tag team champions. Well, one of the tag team champions. And I can keep the Bobby Roode, fucking fantastic heel. Could have been one of the all-time great heels. But, of course, in typical Vince fashion, he fucked it up. AEW, at the same point, has a lot of good talent on their shoulders. Will Ospreay, Adam Page, sort of, but, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. MJF. He's fantastic. Adam Cole is one of the best talents in the entire world if he could lift fucking weights. He looks like every dude that you could throw into a locker in high school. And he wouldn't get out. But then again, he does this shit for a living, so I really can't complain too much, because why do I care? I'm a dude behind a microphone. I mean no harm. I'm just a dude that likes to record this shit. But here we go. But in 2006, Jim Cornette, one of the great wrestling minds in history, was hired by Dutch Mantel. By the way, there's another great wrestling mind back there, Dutch Mantel, which we'll get to him on this topic. Hope you're doing well, Dirty Dutch. And 3 months after Cornette was hired in 2006, Jeff Jarrett, who was one of the lead guys in TNA, decide to bring along a very familiar face. The wrestling fans will know very well, Vince Russo. Stop me where you've heard this before. Vince Russo proceeds to completely fuck over everything as head of creative, the head writer, blah, blah, blah. Buries all that talent, buries Sting, buries Hernandez, buries AJ Styles, sort of, buries Christian Cage, fucking thinks that, what the fuck was it? Abyss, tries to make Abyss into a psychiatric patient for some fucking reason. I don't know. Just, for God's sakes. And then you look at this shit with AEW now and you go, this is very Vince Russo-esque, minus the Vince Russo. And you got guys like Dave Meltzer there saying that AEW is the greatest wrestling promotion in the world. No one can tell me otherwise. I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. But, Tony can learn a few things from Jim Cornette and Dutch Mantell. Why? Because they booked this crap for years. For decades. Probably since Tony Khan was in diapers. Honest to God. Dutch Mantell is one of the great bookers of our time. He really is. And TNA also thought that Hulk Hogan would be their savior in 2010. Look how that turned out. They had to rebrand twice. First to Global Force, then to Impact Wrestling. Such a shame. AEW thinks the Young Bucks and John Moxley are the hottest ticket in town. They're not. They're really going to give Orange Cassidy the world title in AEW. And it's going to be hysterical. I love it. Oh, but WWE does this shit all the time. Yeah, they did. They did do it all the time. In the Vince era. Don't believe me? Alberto Del Rio is a 4-time WWE champion. Okay? Don't believe me? Jack Swagger had a world title run into WrestleMania 29. Yeah. Who the fuck else? Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody because I know Jack Swagger won the World Heavyweight title. Damien Sandow was going to cash in the Money in the Bank contract on John Cena and failed. Because Super Cena bullshit. TNA and AEW have very kind of similar dark paths in a weird way. The only difference is that AEW has money. They have a lot of money. And they're going to get more money. Oh, AEW's making money. It's like, yeah, but your ratings suck. I've said this before. I will say it again. The best thing for AEW to do is to stop booking these massive 20,000 seat arenas, only drawing in 3,000 people, and go to do what NXT's doing. The 2,300 arena in Philadelphia. Keep those places alive. Nassau Coliseum, but half of that. 10,000 seats, 5,000 seats, 3,000 seats. For God's sakes, also stop giving the Young Bucks head of creative. Keep the Young Bucks away from creative, for God's sakes. You have potential, AEW. And if Jigsaw were playing this game, I think he would look at your company and go, good fucking Lord, what the hell is going on? Because you have talent. You have potential, AEW. You do. But then there are times where you have to bash your head against the wall repeatedly while wearing a helmet, of course, because safety is important. And asking yourself, why does this company suck? I mean, TNA is still around, so I really can't say shit, but, fucking reasons, I guess. Chaos. Chaos is fun. Don't you just wonder these things and just go and throw your arms in the air and say, chaos. because I do that a lot.